Hi, I'm Rob Slerno, and I'm here with WorldPride's International Grand Marshal Anna Rekhviashvili, an LGBT activist from Georgia. Have you been to a big Pride festival like this before?
Actually, no.
Well, I think you're in for a big treat on Sunday.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a pretty big parade.
Yeah, I know.
So you're also going to be at the World Pride Human Rights Conference, and are you speaking on a subject there, or is it what are you going to be doing there?
I think at the Human Rights Conference, I'm gonna also give a bit of a context of what's happening in Georgia, especially how, processes of starting LGBT rights movement and the reaction to it, and the role of the church and the role of Russia in the role of the church in Georgia, and how this dynamics of sort of nationalist, traditionalist arguments becoming stronger in Georgia relates to also Eastern European experience of last few years.
Anna, why don't you tell us what it's like in your home country for LGBT people?
In terms of legal situation, Georgia is all right. It does not grant equality to LGBT individuals legally completely, but Georgian legislation and the constitution protects LGBT individuals from being discriminated. Now we also adopted an anti-discrimination law that specifically prohibits discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity. But on the other hand, these are all new laws because Georgia was part of Soviet Union before, where homosexuality was criminalized, and it was decriminalized in 2000s. And culturally, Georgia didn't change that much. Like after the collapse of Soviet Union, the sort of revival of nationalism in the country is really strong, and also like the influence of church is getting stronger and stronger every year. So it's going more towards the Georgian fundamentalism is radicalizing instead of falling down. That means that Georgia is culturally very homophobic, very patriarchal. It's very difficult for the activists to publicly speak on LGBT rights. Basically, when we tried, we had a huge counter-protest and a crazy violence last year on May 17th. We were standing there, and there was this mass of people, crowd, violently coming, swearing. It was really scary to see it. So after that, for several days, I couldn't really be social in any way. So I felt the threat everywhere, and I literally hallucinated that people were coming. That was a problem. It was not rational what I was thinking. And it repeated this year for May 17th because maybe it came back or something. So in that sense, it's very difficult to live in Georgia, even though you are more or less protected by the law. And it also doesn't mean that police is always supporting and respecting that law too. So
what are you hoping to achieve or accomplish while you're here in Toronto?
I don't know what I can achieve here in Toronto. I know what I can take back. For me, it's very interesting to be in a very different context and to see how, there is huge support of the city to the Pride, and how also there are internal sort of discussions within LGBT community in terms of respecting everybody's voice and respecting everybody's visibility, and what are the issues that still remain. So these debates give me a good perspective of what could come up in Georgia.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Anna is going to be leading World Pride on June 29th. Thank you so much.